Hi, I'm Neil Cook. I'm CTO of CloudMark, and today I'm going to talk to you about compromised domains. Now, I think most of us are aware that there are bad places on the internet. There are places that you probably shouldn't go, and you might get website which kind of looks like it might be a bad website. Might be in some country that you've never heard of, and that kind of stuff. And you can usually tell from the domain name if it's really truly bad. But what about websites which are legitimate websites owned by legitimate people or businesses, and those websites have been taken over by the bad guys? They're called compromised domains. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. So you've got a website or a domain. Let's say it's mychurch.com. Doesn't have to be a non-denominational church. Now, this may be hosting a website all about the local community and the activities of the congregation, which is fine, and some people are going to be visiting that site, and it's perfectly legitimate. What happens is, a lot of the time, these sites are hosted using content management systems like WordPress or Joomla, and these content management systems have bugs, and those bugs can be exploited by the bad guys. So the bad guys figure out that you're using a certain version of this content management system, which can be compromised, and they will upload their bad stuff onto this website. Now, normal people accessing the website still see the normal website, but what the bad guys can do is they can now send spam, and the spam refers to the legitimate website, but it refers to a specific part of that legitimate website, which is the bad part of that website. And then that may take you to pharmacy spam, it may take you to pornographic pages, it may take you to phishing sites, typically with redirection. And redirection means they send you off somewhere else. And usually the redirection sends you off to one of those places, like I said at the start, that's really one of those bad places on the internet. So it looks like you're going to a good place, but you're really going to a bad place. Now, the great thing about, for attackers and malicious guys about compromised domains is that it doesn't really cost them any money. They don't have to register a domain, they don't have to set up the website, they're just piggybacking on someone else. There's a lot of content management systems which have problems out there, and we see thousands, tens of thousands of compromised domains every month. One of CloudMark's jobs is to find these, of course, and stop them from being abused. What can you do about this? Well, if you're running a website, a community website, or anything like that, one of the things you need to do is to make sure that your content management system, whether it's WordPress or Joomla or any of the ones that you use, is up to date. Absolutely have to make sure that you keep up with the latest bug fixes. It's very easy just to install it once and then forget about it, and 2 years later, your website could have been compromised. It may not be compromised just by one, it could be compromised. We've seen websites compromised by up to 10 different attackers who've all found this vulnerability in your website. So definitely make sure that your website uses the very latest version of the content management software. The second thing is, if you're a user, really look at the messages that you're getting sent. I mean, I think most people nowadays have a pretty good idea of what's being sent to them in terms of spam, but if it looks like a legitimate website, like a church website or a community website, but it's in a message which is advertising, diet pills, then that's very, very unlikely to be a legitimate message. So try to sort of use your common sense to figure out that even though it looks like a legitimate link, it may well have been compromised.